What's going on, Ranger fans? Leo V back at it again with another one of the Boom Studios comic book covers. This one we're talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink. This six-parter by Brendan Fletcher and Kelly Thompson is really cool. It gives us a look into what happened with Kimberly after she left the team. Let's get into it. We open up on Kimberly, who's been competing in the Pan Global Games, which makes sense because when she left the show, she was training for that. Girl is in the Netherlands, just absolutely killing it with these medals. But she can't get in touch with her mom, which throws off red flags in her mind. She jumps on this badass motorcycle, giving Super Ranger Slayer vibes, and heads back home to France to see what's up. She gets back to her mom's to find nobody home. She breaks in and hears this loud noise outside. Next thing you know, she's busting out a leather jacket and helmet and bow and arrow like a complete badass, and rushes out to find a French guy named Sergey who is being abducted by these weird fish creatures. And Sergey tells her that his father and sister are also missing. He also tells them about a group of survivors that were being held off in a cave off the side of a cliff somewhere. Naturally, Kimberly tells him she'll take care of it and goes home to call Zordon for some help. The other Rangers are off-world fighting Rita and Lord Zed, but Zordon says there may be another way that he can help. Because they didn't use the Sword of Power to transfer Kimberly's power over to Kat, there's some latent pink energy that resides in her that they can still work with. Zordon says he can temporarily reactivate her powers, sends over the Sword of Light, and uses some of his own energy to power it up. So Kimberly's a Pink Ranger again, and this suit is badass. It's got these black accents, kind of like the Ranger Slayer, but it's not as dark. It still gives you that good hero energy, but also giving it a different kind of twist from the actual show. Sergey watches as the Pink Ranger drives off to the cliff to help out everyone in trouble. When she gets there, she finds a bunch of sea creatures in cages, and she's met by a voice that she was not expecting to hear. Goldar, of all people, is back, and apparently this is all his big plan. We meet this monster named Verdo, who has the ability to turn humans into these sea creatures. Goldar and Verdo turn Kim's mom into one of these sea creatures, and completely devastated, she retreats to try to come up with a new plan. Back at her house, she gets in touch with Zordon and asks if he can get in touch with Zack and Trini, who she could really use an extra hand from. Now, this story is separate from the Omega Ranger story because in that timeline, Jason, Zack, and Trini went to become Omega Rangers, and in this one, they actually went off to a peace conference. Zordon teleports Kimberly somewhere outside of South America, and she's reunited with Trini as well as Zack. Kimberly uses the Sword of Light, which is draining a little bit more power from Zordon at this point, to give Zack and Trini access to their powers again. These suits are so cool. Zack gets this cool little hoodie style thing, and both suits incorporate pink with their original color.